John Coleman, at the end there, it looked like you might take something and get a point from the game, but I get the feeling that it's a feeling of real frustration after losing the opening game of the season.
You know, we were hoping that last week was a wake-up call for us against Bradford, and we've done exactly the same again today. 2 absolutely pathetic goals in the space of 7 minutes. Ultimately, it's cost us the game. The first time Wycombe had entered our final thirds was after 8 minutes, so many seconds, and they scored. So we'd had 4 entries into their box, looked dangerous, started the game really well. I think on the balance of the play, we've gone in 2-0 down in the first half, but we're the better team. Quite comfortably, really. We had all the play. But they did look a threat, and we just didn't defend nowhere near like we should do. And you know, we got the goal, and then too little too late. You know, you run out of time. And you know what you're going to get out of Wycombe the way they play. And you know, they're going to kill the game, and like any other team would do. So, you know, fair play to them. And, you know, that game could have been so different. You know, there was a couple of things that could have gone on that could have changed it in our favour, but it's football. You don't always get what you deserve. And the way we defended today, I don't think we deserved anything. So, you know, there was nothing in the game. Any chances that they did have, we presented them with. Our keepers made 1 save in the game, and that was when Harvey passed the ball to Bale. But you know, we didn't work their keeper anywhere near enough. The first shot we had on target in the second half, we scored some. Good opportunities in the first half that were squandered. Some great approach play, some really good football, but it's not artistic impression. You know, the Olympics is going to be over soon, and you know, you don't get judged on how you look. It's the hard currency of goals. And today we were guilty of being very, very loose defensively and very wasteful, or not hitting a target. And you know, that the whole game hinges now. Their lad goes through and shoots from 20 yards, unbelievable finish in off the crossbar. Dion goes through closer to the goal and puts it into the stands. And that's the, I know it's being harsh, but that's the difference. Theirs doesn't go in and ours does. And that's the you know, the harsh reality in football. That's how the fine lines are. But we've got to improve defensively. We know we've got a good team. And you know, I'm sure Gareth was aware of what we were going to be like, and we were aware of what they were going to be like. But you can't gift them a goal like we did the first goal. I mean, the second goal is a good finish. When I've got to hold my hands up, it's a very good finish. But we shouldn't be letting them get clean through or pass straight through the middle. You know, and we've got 3 really good defenders there who, you know, who are better than what they've shown the last 2 weeks, and hopefully, you know, they'll get that out the system and we'll go again next week.
It was a big shout for a penalty at 1-0, and 2 minutes later you conceded again.
It's frightening. You know, we had a shout for a penalty the second half. The referee admits there was contact. That's why he didn't boot Dion. I think anywhere else on the pitch he gives a foul. Listen, you get them or you don't get them. You know, I'm not going to, for any stretch of the imagination, slap blame the referee for the defeat. He's going to make mistakes. And we made more mistakes than him today, that's for sure. But you know, we've got to be taking referees out of the equations, and you do that by being ruthless in both boxes, and today we were.
Is the defending something that'll take time? You've lost Mark Hughes and all his experience, or do you need to be hitting the ground running?
Well, between Ross, Cam and Michael Nottingham, they've played a lot of games, so I don't think we can try and hide behind anything. It was just poor play. It happens. As much as you don't want it to happen, it happens. And even the best players in the world make mistakes. And at this moment in time, we're getting punished for nearly every mistake we made, well, apart from the one that Harvey passed across the edge of the box. But you know, there was enough to see that we're a good side. And at times, you know, we control the game. But there's no point controlling the game when you're getting beat. And you know, ultimately we got what we deserved because we gifted them 2 goals and we didn't create enough chances. We didn't work their goalkeeper hard enough, and when we did, we were wasteful with our shoot.
How do you approach a cup tie Tuesday night now? Is it a chance to try things, or do you need to try and bed this 11, this team in?
You need to try and win a game. You know, And before you know where you are, I mean, the opening days are always strange, you know. Peterborough lost to us last year, the opening day of the season, and then ended up getting promoted, so, you know, you can't read too much into them. They are strange. And it would have been nice to have played your first game at home with the fans being back. Our fans were terrific again today. You know, they might be big in numbers, but they were big in heart, and the way they supported the lads was great. I really appreciate that, and I know the lads do. But, you know, it's a long season, and we don't want it to be a drag. We don't want to dread playing. And if we start conceding goals, if you 2 down in 15 minutes, 2 weeks running, there's something wrong, something fundamentally wrong. We're not concentrating. And we've got to get that into our game before we do anything.
Couple of debuts, start with young James Trafford in goal. What did you make of him?
The only thing he had to do was pick the ball up the net. Well, he had the one save, that was routine. Swept quite well, took a couple of crosses. You wouldn't be able to judge him.
And Harry Pell in midfield, you know what you're getting from him, and straight in there.
You do, and you know, he's had a chance on the edge of the box, side-footed it over the bar. I'd like to see him play a little bit higher. And we'll fine-tune that in training.